come from a fatherless upbringing, which is common in my eyes. I am from where grandparents raised their grandkids. I am from where people morals are backwards. I am from where people worry about the new Jordans and not the light bill. I am from where prison is almost mandatory. Sounds far-fetched, but it's true. I am from where everyone wears kufis but don't practice their religion. I am from where death is common. I am from where you have to look over your back 24/7 to be on point. I am from where public schools pass you without attending class. I am from where teachers are drug addicts. I am from where being African American with dreadlocks is almost everyone. I am from where mistaken identity is highly possible. I am from where people need help but don't get it. I am from where you can't be weak or you'll stick out. I am from where the smell of gun smoke is usual. I am from where people eat in the dark. I am from where playing tag in the alley is fun. I am from where basketball hoops are made out of crates. I am from where you got holes in your shoes and socks. I am from where you grew up too fast. I am from where every neighborhood has a candy lady and a bootlegger. I am from where go-go music is blasted from everyone's radio. I am from where babies are out at midnight. I am from Southeast DC. And that's about Arthur. Alright, so I like that poem because I'm from Southeast DC. Like Janet said, my name's James Adam. I was born and raised in Ward 8. I was born at Greater Southeast Hospital, raised in Southeast. And basically, I had a lot of people in my life. I had my father in my life, my mother in my life, but they wasn't the best examples, like uncles, everybody that I was raised around. My family had quite a bit of respect because we had numbers, we was deep where we was from, and they used to expose us to everything they was doing, not knowing that they was teaching us the wrong way along the way. And what they thought was being good parents by having us with them 24/7 was actually a mistake because we was seeing every wrong move they was making. And when we got old enough to start making decisions and, you know what I'm saying, we thought we was grown at the age of 13 and 14. I mean, it's sad, but that's the normal age to where people start trying to provide for themselves in my area. So when I was around that age, that's when I started cutting up and started acting out, basically because that's what I saw everybody else doing. It was normal. So like Janet said, by the age 15, the highest grade I completed was 9th grade. I got kicked out 3rd week of 10th grade for neighborhood rivalry. We had a big riot, and they was just like, everybody out of here, basically. Didn't try to get to the root of the problem, didn't ask why, none of that. They was just like, y'all was fighting, y'all caused the scene, get out of here. So basically that saying, the idle mind is the playground of the devil, is very true because when all them hours I was supposed to be at school, I had nothing to do. I was being reckless, doing anything. I went from credit card fraud with this lady. She had just came home from jail. I met her son. She used to take us to steal wallets and max out credit cards, and I started selling drugs. I got introduced to weapons. I started carrying guns. And I went from just carrying them to using them in a commission of a crime. And so my family saw the road I was going down. My father pulled up on me one day. I was outside on a good day like today, feeling myself. I was probably about 17 by this time. He pulled up on me, and he was like, hey, let me hold something. You know, basically like, hey, I know you out here selling drugs. Let me get some. And it was to embarrass me, but it gave me like a sense of, all right, now you know, I ain't got to hide it no more. I started going harder with it. And he told the family on me, you know, they set me down, had a little intervention, sent me the job code. I stayed on strike for a while until I ran into some people that like to do the same thing I like to do. Like to get illegal money, tax-free, easy, you know what I'm saying, straight to the point money. we linked up and started going right back to my old ways, and that led me to 2 charges, 2 armed robberies. My first armed robbery was in DC. Benzo was my first charge. They let me go the next day. So I'm like, okay, jail ain't nothing. I just, you know what I'm saying, got caught. And the commission of a crime, red-handed, they let me out the next day. I'm like, all right, cool. The next thing you know, 6 days later, another armed robbery in Prince George's County. And man, they ain't take it lightly. They wasn't as lean as DC. Basically, when I got caught, they told me I wasn't going home no time soon. And they charged me with 28 counts. They charged me from everything from theft under to theft over to armed robbery to simple robbery, first and second degree assault, possession of an unlicensed weapon, possession of a handgun, a commission of a crime, everything they could think of, they threw it at me. And that's basically what they do. They throw a whole rack of charges at you, see what you're going to cop to, see what's going to stick. And to make a long story short, I was sentenced to 7.5 years at the age of 18. It was 4.5 in Maryland, 3 in DC. I ended up doing 5 years and 4 months before I made it home. So from 18 to 23, I was locked up. And places I ain't had no business. People who had nothing to lose, they had life sentences. Some people already had my lifespan and they already had 20 years. And you know what I'm saying? I'm walking around with people who got a chip on their shoulder, a huge chip on their shoulder. And I'm only 19 by the time I made the prison. I probably weigh about 120. I ain't looking like nothing. I could have got taken advantage of anything. But I finally made it home, and I decided, I was like, man, if I gotta go to jail to get the things I like, I had to be doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? There's people who ain't never been in jail, never caught a charge, very successful. I gotta figure out their formula. And I just made up in my mind, I'm like, man, I gotta stay straight. You know, I gotta stay down till this is my time. And through a dude I was locked up with, he told me, come on, let free minds, man. We a cool program. He gave me the whole spiel. I'm like, man, same thing that William said, man, I ain't trying to read no books and write no poetry, bro. I need some money, man. I ain't doing all that. So he like, man, I'm telling you, it's opportunity. So for like 2 months, I rebelled. I was like, all right, I got you. Always ignored him, never went. So one day he called me. I was in his house watching TV, and he was like, what you doing, bro? He was like, I ain't doing nothing, man, I'm cool. He was like, bet, come up here. I was like, all right, I got you. Went up there, felt some good vibes. I was like, all right, they a program, but you know what I'm saying? As soon as you walk in the office, you know, some offices you walk into, you feel like people just doing their job and that's just that. As soon as I walked in there, it was like, oh, hey, Jose told me about you, we've been waiting for you. So they make you feel welcome. So I was like, all right, that's a good sign right there. Signed up for the program. Jose ordered like 8 boxes of pizza for us. I was like, man, that's a good sign right there, G. They gave me some pizza too. So he was like, hey, bro, it's for the build-up. I'm like, all right, so we get to the build-up. You know what I'm saying? So we get in there. Everybody, man, shaking hands, all positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Dudes in there. Some dudes done did the most time. Some dudes done did the most, you know what I'm saying, craziest things. Got the street credibility of a mobster, but in the free mind setting, none of that matter, you know what I'm saying? It's all positivity. So I was like, man, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I like this. You know what I'm saying? So they finally called me for an outreach. So I was like, all right. I had no idea what they was just like, you want to go to an event with us? I'm thinking I'm about to sit and observe. Man, they set me up, man. They put me, I was talking in front of, man, public defenders. Man, I was sitting beside the director of the probation people and all. I'm like, man, I ain't tell you this. So, I did good though, you know. I got up there, told them who I was, told them what I've been doing. At this time, I ain't really working on nothing. I'm barely getting back, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what I got to do is let me go ahead and do this. I did outreaches for them from March all the way to now. And they finally offered me a job around November.
Funding.
Yeah, the fellowship. So I was like, you know what? I played big at first. I was like, I think about it. I was like, I think about it. So her sister, I wish y'all could have met her. She don't have zero chill. Every time she got around me, she was like, so what do you think? What do you think? I'm like, I got you, man. I'm gonna let you know something. I went up there to just say what's up to the office one day. And she got me. She sat me down with the job description. Was like, look at that. We're going to pay you such and such. You're going to take this job because we love you. And I'm like, that's exactly how she is. I'm like, all right, sir, I got you. So I've been working with the office since January 8th, full time. I do stuff like this. I've been to Columbia College, there law school. Man, I've been in front of people who, man, I'd have probably walked past on a train or something, not knowing that these people very important. I done helped introduce bills for the prison, school to prison pipeline for congressmen. Shook hands with these dudes, people who, man, when they walk through Southeast, dudes pointing like, oh, who's that? He look important. I just met them off the humble, like, yeah, like, how you doing? My name's James, and we kicking it. So, you know, that's just what free minds doing for me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I feel fake if I don't tell y'all I did not want to come here this week, man. I'm happy I came. I'm just that type of person. I always doubt something until I get there. So the only reason I'm here is because I work in the office. And, I work in the office, and everybody else supposed to come and backed out.
All right, you're hearing it wrong.
It's a good ending to this. We got so many people with our job coaches so good, man. It's hard to find people to do these outreaches, you know what I'm saying? And we had a busy week, so I was like, I don't want to leave out of town this weekend. I'm good. But they was like, man, you our last resort. Everybody. I'm like, you know what? Princeton, I'm about to go see what's up with them. And I like it now, man. Y'all had the good Simon and all that. It's pretty nice, man. I like it. I'm glad I came. I'd come back if somebody invite me. Pay for my traveling and all that. Nah, I'm playing with, my name's James, man. I'm about to pass it to Demetrius. Long story short, man, I'm doing wonderful now. I got to get it. Very happy I came, man. I'm enjoying this.